What difference do you see in Goff from a year ago? When we talked just a minute ago with Lasko, he said he's a lot less timid. He's more decisive. He seems to be, his leadership is much better.
I'd have to agree with that, what Lasko said. He's a lot more, just has a lot more control and command over the offense. And I feel like he's reading the defense a lot better. He's seeing when there's two high, one high a lot sooner, a lot faster. Even when we try to disguise and roll to it on the run, he's picking up that stuff on the run while he's dropping, knows where his outlets are, and knows where the ball can go quick when we are pressuring or zero maxing or anything like that. So I really have seen a lot of growth from his first and second year and from the spring also, where he was coming off injury, and I think he's grown a lot just as a leader and as a quarterback.
How's the transition been from corner to safety? Like, could you talk a little bit about the specifics of that and kind of what you've had to learn now that you didn't know before?
The transition has been pretty smooth. It's just really just learning. The hardest part about the transition has been run reads and run fits and reading interior linemen. So as far as that, I had to learn a little different footwork, but mainly just entry angles and how to fit off the linebackers or how to fit off the nickel in the slot. So that's probably been the toughest part of the transition. Of now I'm reading the triangle, reading the tight end tackle box, reading different things. My eyes are a little different compared to that corner. You got one read, you're either locked on man or you're reading the slot receiver in your guy. It's a lot less complicated. So now it's a little more complex, a little more reading. And it's just with time, it's gotten better. Just I've seen a lot of different looks in fall camp, so that's really prepared me well for getting ready for the season.
You know, now that you're playing that position, you're a junior, you've been in the strength program for several years. Can you empathize with what Cam Walker went through last year as a true freshman playing safety at 160 pounds maybe, and what he, how he did and what he had to put up with?
It's just a real tribute to his heart, because I see he was only about 160, 170 last year, and he was coming down there making tackles, making plays. So it's just a real tribute to just his character and how hard he works and how he just does anything for the team, and he's willing to just work hard and do what's asked of him, because I don't know many people across the Pac-12 that are 160 starting at safety playing Ohio State in the first game that they get any action in. So hats off to him. And I understand where he's coming from as far as just me having to be here for a while, put on weight, and just getting stronger and stronger, and just know that the pounding and all the collisions that are about to be happening.
What are you seeing out of Patrick Worstel now? He's been kind of your shadow for the past 5 days.
He's really picked up the defense pretty quick. I'm impressed with just his, even in the meetings and just from talking to him as just trying to coach him up on the defense and just like the base defense and stuff like that. He's really picked it up quick and learning it on the run. He kind of got thrown in the fire in there. So just like for any new DB, the hardest part is your eyes. Because if your eyes are in the wrong spot, then it's going to tell you where to go. You're going to get a false read or the wrong read and go the wrong direction. So his footwork's actually looked pretty nice. He's probably the past couple days in one-on-ones, I think he's only given up one catch in one-on-one. So he's been out there doing really good. And in team, he's looking better and better every single day and grasping the defense and how to use the calls to make the defense work at our hands.
What stands out on tape about Northwestern's offense?
They first thing is they have a lot of returners coming back. They return almost all their O-line. They got their receivers are coming back. I think they might have lost one to injury. Their quarterback has experience. He wasn't always the starter or the main guy, but he has experience. And they're disciplined and they're sound. They get into their looks, and we're expecting them to throw out some new wrinkles and stuff. But they have a good base foundation of what they hang their hat on and what they love to do and what they expect to do. So they're a veteran group and they have experience. So that's what really stands out to me about them.
Okay, any further questions for Steph?
By the end of last year, Steph, the confidence level on this team obviously was pretty fragile. You've talked about that before, but where do you think it's at right now?
I think it's really high. Guys are excited to put the past behind us, and the sooner that we can play this first game and go out there and show what we've been working on and show everyone our growth and just how much we've matured and just gotten stronger and faster and a lot smarter and learned from our mistakes. Our coach says, like, the best way to improve is to learn from your mistakes, learn from your past, so they don't let that stuff happen anymore. So we've learned from our past, and we've just basically just been really dedicated to just accountability and being in the right spots for each other as this unit and as a whole team. And I think it's really gonna show this season.
Okay, any further questions? Okay, great. Thank you.